Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and this video is all about images. So we'll get to know how we can load the images from our local folders, or if we have any kind of remote URL, how we can load the images from the remote URL. Also we'll try to resize the image, or if we try to add the width and height to the images. So that's where we'll try. Another thing we will do today is we will try to have the placeholder, or let's say until your image load, if we can define or we can show any kind of loading icon just before loading that image. So we will also have that example ready. So let's move forward and see how images work in React Native. So guys, for this video I have already created one page which is actually dedicated for images. So it's very basic, like just view and text. So in order to start with images, I have to just import this image component which is actually coming in from React Native. So that is what you just need to remember. Okay, and we can start using this image. So this image component actually have this prop called source. So this source work dynamically if you are loading image from local folder, or you are loading from any remote URL. So first we'll talk about any kind of local files. Okay, so local file. So what we have to do is we have to use this require. It's not very straightforward like HTML. We can just load the images in the DOM. So here we have to actually give the path of that particular image. So basically we have this path under this asset folder, and then we have this image1.jpeg. Okay, that's how you see the first image, which is actually coming in from your local folder. You can always style this. Let's say you want to have this view which actually have this image, and I want to have this style, and you know how it works, right? So you can anyway style, give some padding and all, or margin and all. So you can do that. So that's all up to you how you want to style your application. So it's basically depends on your design, right? So next thing we'll talk about here is the image loading from remote URL. Okay, so now what we have to do, we'll just copy this piece and just paste here. So instead of require, we need to pass this URI under this curly braces. Okay, URI, and then you have to actually give that path of the image. So that image path we can just copy from here. I have opened one particular image. So if you paste here, you will notice I don't see anything because it is a remote image. What we have to do, we have to do a little bit of styling. So we have to actually tell what kind of size we are looking at. Okay, so we are looking at, let's say, 300 and height 300. That's how we actually resize our images, right? You start seeing your image. Okay, so this is how you will load your image from two different sources. So one is from remote, one is from your local folder. Now another thing comes in is resizing. So we know how to resize our images. So basically, so you can still add some more width, or you wanted to reduce the height, so that and all you can actually do. You can resize your image just changing these dimensions, right? Now last thing is we have this placeholder. Okay, let's say your image is taking time to load, so you wanted to showcase some kind of loading icon. So what we can do is we can actually import something called this activity indicator. So this will actually help us to get the activity indicator, basically that icon which is loading icon, and we can define some kind of state where we can actually hold the state of that image, if that is loading or not loading. Okay, loading, and we can say set is loading, and we can just quickly have this use state. Okay, and then we will set this true. So basically always it will be true, right? So what I will say, before even loading this image, what I will say, I'll just say loading is loading. If it is true, so I will always show this activity indicator, and once this image is actually available, okay, then it should actually turn to false. What you notice here, we have this loading icon coming in. So now if you see, we have this particular state true, that's why we see this, but we want to set this false once our image is loaded. So we have this probe called on load end. Okay, so this will have the event whenever your image loading will finish. Okay, so you can have one event here, let's say handle end. Okay, what we can do, we can quickly have this method created here. Okay, so okay, so now what we can do, we can just set this image loading to false. Okay, but our image is already loaded, so that's why you won't see any effect. So what we will do, we will try to set this set timeout, so that once we load this image again, so that you will have some effect. Okay, so that you will notice there is a loading image, and after image loaded we actually remove that. Okay, so now I'll just quickly reload our app, because image is already loaded, so that's why this event will never trigger. So what we will do, we'll just reload our app, and we will come again to this page. So we'll come to this images page. What you notice, after 2 seconds this loader, which is the placeholder, is gone. So that's how you can actually handle the events basically with the image. So there are more event. Okay, so on load start, and on load end, on load. So you can, based on your requirement, you can also do any kind of event attachment with any kind of image. So that is up to you. Let's say you want to have some notification, okay, this image started loading, so that's when you can use on load start, right? So this is how you can work with images in React Native, and these are the very basic examples. And definitely you might have a more complex scenario in any kind of application. So if you come across any kind of complex issues and you are not able to resolve that, so please do comment over this video. I will be able to help you immediately. So guys, see you in next video. Till then, try more examples and subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. Till then, keep coding, keep shining. Bye bye, take care.